Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, huge news in the sport of boxing. Anthony Joshua, actually, I would say one of my favorite fighters. I like Anthony Joshua, always have, always will. Anthony Joshua has announced his new trainer, okay? And the trainer may catch you, the guy he announced may catch you a bit off guard, but the guy that's his new trainer that will be training him for the rematch with Oleksandr Usyk, I think the date is July 23rd, is none other than Robert Garcia. Now, Anthony Joshua did get an American trainer. He got himself an American trainer that predominantly, if you look at the fighters he trains, are mostly aggressive fighters. So on the surface, you say that this is a good appointment from Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua wants to be more aggressive going into the fight. So he got himself a trainer that trains his guys to come forward and be aggressive, right? Now, it's really not a knock on Robert Garcia. I like Robert Garcia. I think he's a good trainer. I have no bad words to say about him. So if you're someone who likes Robert Garcia or knows Robert Garcia, don't take this as like disrespect, because it's not. I have the utmost respect for Robert Garcia. Right? Let me make that clear and establish that right here. But the reason why I kind of do question this appointment is only because now you can correct me if I'm wrong. All right, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm open to correction. I'm not such an arrogant prick and asshole that you can't correct me. But correct me if I'm wrong. I don't really think Robert Garcia has trained many heavyweights, and if he has, it can't really be anybody that was at that high of a level, And the reason why I think that's very important is because, as my good friend Stacey McKinley would always say, there's many great trainers in boxing, but not everybody can train heavyweights. Not everybody can train heavyweights at the highest level. You can't. It takes a certain type of trainer to really understand how heavyweights tick. Because it's damn near a different sport than the rest of the weight classes, because there's always that one punch factor in the heavyweight division. You got to understand the psychology of the heavyweights. You got to understand the mind motivation of the heavyweight in which you are training. And, few modern trainers really understand these little things that make great heavyweight trainer-fighter partnerships, Now, I'm not saying Robert Garcia can't do that. Just because he's never done it at the highest level doesn't mean he can't do it. There's a first time for everything, and I give him the utmost respect in the world for taking on the challenge, and I wish him the best in his preparation for the fight. It's a chance for him to show another level of quality of himself as a trainer. But I personally, right, of all the guys that we know that Anthony Joshua has talked to, right, because we know he talked to Virgil Hunter. He did his whole USA tour where he was going from gym to gym, shaking hands, kissing babies, right? The best trainer, in my humble opinion, of the guys that we know he visited to pick would have been Ronnie Shields. I think Ronnie Shields would have been perfect for him, because Ronnie Shields is an experienced, not just trainer, not just an experienced great trainer, but an experienced heavyweight trainer. He's been in them big heavyweight fights, so I think that would have been more of like the route to go. Particularly because if you look at, Ronnie Shields trained, I believe, Holyfield, right? I know he trained a couple other guys, maybe even Tua. I think someone told me he trained David Tua at one point. But Ronnie Shields is would have been very good as far as getting Anthony Joshua to box within himself, as far as okay, throw that 1-2, work off the hook. But he would have got him to do it in a way which was much more aggressive and intelligent, and it wouldn't feel like Anthony Joshua is fighting outside of himself or changing his style all that much. He would have just changed the philosophy in which he applies the current style he has. As to where with Robert Garcia, right? Robert Garcia, this is the guy we don't really know what we're getting. Most of his guys like to come forward, and they're volume punchers, okay? So we're going to see. We're going to see how it goes. I'm not writing Robert Garcia off. I'm not going to shit on the move. I'm just saying, for me personally, I think Ronnie Shields would have been the best decision. But you know what? As the saying goes, time tells all. So only the Usyk fight and how it plays out and the tweaks and adjustments that Anthony Joshua makes to his style and his as a fighter, only these things will tell us, what's taking place in camp and if it was the right move. But yeah, either way you cut it up, slice it and dice it, the news of the day is that Anthony Joshua is training with Robert Garcia. So you could expect to see him in California. You could expect to see him in the States, hopefully for his sake. You know, they do him a great service and get him in like top, you know, sparring, because he's gonna need that top sparring to have a chance against Usyk. Usyk is that. Listen, Usyk is that motherfucking guy. Usyk is in my opinion, when we talk about the best fighters in the world, when we talk about, if you want to talk about pound for pound, who's the best fighter in the world, it's all respect. It's all other Terrence Crawford, but you give Usyk the slight advantage because, you know, he's cleared his division out in such a manner that no fighter has cleared it out when he fought at cruiserweight. And then you look at what he's done at heavyweight, you got to give him the slight edge. But, like, he is one of the top guys in boxing. In my humble opinion, if AJ beats him, this will be the best opponent he's ever beaten in his whole entire career. Because this is Usyk in his prime. This is Usyk at his best. This is Usyk when his physical abilities meet his mental abilities at its highest peak. And when that happens for a fighter, we call that their prime. And he's in his prime right now. So if we can beat him, that's a huge feather in his cap for what he's got going on in his career, his legacy, and all the wonderful, illustrious things that he's accomplished in boxing thus far. But yeah, make of that what you will. Robert Garcia is training Anthony Joshua. If you're trying to get private sessions with Robert Garcia, the price just went up because Anthony Joshua is training with him now. So, yeah, man. On that note, you guys let me know what you think. Take the time to subscribe. We're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. So please, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. Lots of great content here daily, lives, damn near every day. This is the place you want to be. This is the home of boxing. But on that note, you guys take care. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.